Ya Allah, I'm never going to waste time.
Me neither. I'm going to get started today on memorizing the Quran. I want Allah to love me the most. And on the day of judgment, I want to get closest to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I want to see him and drink from his hands from the fountain of Kawthar.
This is such an inspiring goal. I want to do that too. I want to make Allah happy too. Tell me, how can I be more like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
You know what? I think Fatima can help us. She has some ideas for the Muslim children of tomorrow.
Scatter the skies like birds, strength not in numbers but words. We are black, we are brown, we are white, yet we march together towards the same light. We are the same. We are the future, the hope to overcome this torture. To the world we speak our identities of simplicity and modesty. Advancing in society, but never losing this kind of piety. The only impossibilities are the ones untried, but we felt faith before because our hearts have cried. Where are we going, Muslim children? Who will we be, Muslim children, except the bearers of our Iman and the reciters of the Quran? Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, respected elders and honorable teachers. Today we have gathered here to answer a simple question, yet a question so important it has the power to reveal the reality of our lives and unfold our destinies. Now this question is not whether we came from an Indian family or a Pakistani family, an Arab or an African family, an Asian or American family, and in fact this question is not meant to divide us, but unite us. It is meant to empower and inspire us. This question presents us with a choice, to either heal as a team or suffer as individuals. Now this question is, what is our goal? What is our, as Muslim children, as Muslim youth, what is our goal? And a goal is an ambition. It is our desired result. It is our purpose of our lives. It is our hopes, plans, and dreams that we can fulfill not in 20 years, but even today. In chapter 24, verse number 42, Allah says, yes, to Allah belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and to Him is the final goal of all. Now when you look around the world, there are approximately 1 billion youth living in the world today. Let this be an address for the ones whose purpose, journeys to Allah have become uncertain. That somewhere along the way they have become confused to make the right choices as Muslims, and their grips over the Quran have become loose. We have come to a point in our lives where the older we're growing, instead of building in knowledge, we are falling and breaking into ignorance. We have let the society, we have let the media, and we have let ignorant friends shape and lead our own lives. We have become angry and adverse. We have become rude and obscene. There's an author by the name of Robert Fogum who wrote a book on life's simple rules, and he entitled it, Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Now in his book he states some obvious and silly points that are simple, yet these are exactly the points we have come to forget today. In it he says, play fair, share everything, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up after your own mess, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, flush, wash your hands before you eat, take a nap every afternoon, live a balanced life, think some and learn some, draw and paint some, learn and play some every day. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands and stick together, and remember the Dick and Jane books and the first word you ever learned, the biggest word of all, look. Now when I look around and within myself, I can't help but ask, what happened to these kinds of people? What happened to these people who used to breathe a good character? We have lost our innocence, we have lost our softness, our integrity and sincerity, our discipline and rest, our tolerance and benevolence, the very essence, the qualities which make humanity and Islam, which differentiate us from non-Muslims and animals. If If we have forgotten these qualities, brothers and sisters, you might as well go back to kindergarten and learn them all over again. Brothers and sisters, good character is a beautiful virtue. And if you need somebody to follow, if you need somebody to look up to, then follow the Prophet ﷺ and his Sahabas, because they were the greatest people to ever walk on this earth. They were the people with true dignity. They were the people of true honor. And they pleased Allah, and you can please Allah by doing good deeds. Which brings us to another question. A question we may or may not ask ourselves every night before we fall asleep. Who are we? Who will we be? And we ask not for the purpose of sounding philosophical, but because we're honestly lost and uncertain. We begin to question our identities, and in doing so, we ask, are we even on the right track? You've got to ask yourself, where do you belong? Do you belong with the people who are enslaved to materialistic society? Do you deserve to play blindfold? Or do you deserve to follow the sheep in front of you? Or do you deserve to be a leader? Do you deserve to rise up as a nation? Do you deserve to be with Allah? In life, you have two choices. You can either choose to survive, just get through day by day, breathing on materialistic things, filling your heart with junk, filling your stomach with junk, filling your ears and eyes with junk, or you can choose to succeed and strive in the exact same world. You can choose to meet Allah and to be with Him. There is a man who once said, the walk down the hill is much easier, but you know what? The view is best from the top. Remember that. So if you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you just cannot go on, if you feel like you're in darkness, if you feel like you just cannot let go of that wrong, remember that the efforts and the struggles that you are making are worth Allah. They are worth paradise, because Allah will put the strength back into your feet so you can stand back right up again, so you can rise up and embrace your goal into meeting Him. It's simply too easy to go with the flow, but it's going against the current which makes someone a Muslim, which makes someone a mu'min, which makes someone a muhsin. And you may ask yourself, why you begin to lose your friends, why you provoke people to talk negatively about you, simply because you follow another way, the way of the Sahaba, the way of Islam, the way of the Prophet ﷺ, the way that will lead you to Jannah and Allah. It's not an easy effort, but you shouldn't be afraid to make the sacrifices and struggles, because they are worth it. We have the faith within us. We have it implanted in us. We just need to ignite it. We have the abilities to do great things and to become great people. Nelson Mandela once said something striking. He said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so other people will feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously get other people to do the same. Brothers and sisters, if you have let go of the Quran, if you have gone into the materialistic society, letting go of your deen and modesty and religion, and if your grips have become loose over the Quran, then we have become divided. It's the very essence of asking yourself and ourselves, what is our goal? So we may become united again, so we can raise the wall we have set between our sisters, so we can tear down the fence we have made between our brothers, so we may become united again. We must accept that together we can come towards Allah. It is not shameful to be a Muslim idealist, because for a Muslim idealist, anything is possible with the help of Allah. But it's only those who will risk going too far who can truly find out how far they can go. We can be the next generation to prosper if we just bring good character and knowledge within our hearts. You gotta ask yourself, what do you deserve? You gotta ask yourselves, what can you give to others and what can you give to yourselves? Work with integrity to your deen and succeed with integrity to your deen. Your friends are not those who have let go of their religion and gone into the streets, but your friends are the greatest people of all, the Sahabas, the Prophet ﷺ, who was given the greatest book of all, the Quran, who was sent down by the greatest Allah. Today is just the beginning of another tomorrow. And if you know what you're worth, then you should go out and get what you're worth. And remember, it's never too late who you might have been if you just climbed up that hill. Jazakallah.